This video is brought to you by MyHeritage. Have you ever felt like you really didn't fit in with your family? Many people in this world feel the same way. I should know. DNA tests have become very popular over the last few years. People want to know who they really are and where they come from. But what they find out is not always what they're looking for. I'm Mike with List 25, and these are 25 shocking secrets revealed in DNA tests. And stay tuned to the end of the video where I will finally discover, along with all of you, my results. Seriously, I am adopted and I have never known my heritage, no pun intended. We're gonna find out together in real time. #25. Reddit user VailyArd89 knew she was adopted. That was not a surprise for her. She had also found and met her birth mother. It sounds oddly familiar. They decided to do a DNA test, where her biological mother found out the man she believed to be her father wasn't. After doing some digging, it was revealed that her biological grandfather was actually her grandmother's former boss. That must have been a pretty uncomfortable moment. Oh, I'm gonna find out enough stuff like that, aren't I? 24. Another Reddit poster, u/deleted, not really sure if that's their actual one or if it was deleted, shared a story about her cousins who took DNA tests. Each of the siblings came back with very different results. They were naturally curious, so they asked their mother, what's up with that? Their mother confessed that while their father was in Vietnam, she had 2 children as a result of 2 different affairs. All of the daughters were actually half-sisters, whose view of their mother was drastically altered. Okay, so I'm really excited for this video's sponsor. I do not know if you can hear it in my voice, but MyHeritage, not only because they are a great company, but also for personal reasons. As some of you know, and as I mentioned in the intro, I was adopted. Don't get me wrong, I grew up in a great home, but there was always that curiosity just in the back of my mind. Where did I come from? What would my life have been like if I had never been put up for adoption? Up until today, I've never known what I was, ethnically speaking. Am I European? If so, what part? Do I have any Latin in me? What about Asian? Any traces at all? My only clue is possibly this red in my beard. I don't know if you can actually see that. That's led me to think, maybe Irish? I don't know. With MyHeritage, I may be able to find the answers to some of those questions and more. MyHeritage is more than a regular DNA test. MyHeritage is also an innovative platform for researching your ancestry and family history. That's why it's become Europe's #1 family history research tool. Also, when you order one of their kits, you'll receive a free 30-day trial of MyHeritage's best subscription service for researching family history and 50% off a full subscription. The test itself is really easy to use. You do a simple cheek swab, follow the directions in the kit, send it to MyHeritage, and wait for the most detailed ethnicity breakdown on the market today. And you don't have to worry about any privacy issues. You are the sole owner of your DNA, and MyHeritage's privacy policy says that it will never sell or license any of your genetic data. Plus, if you order your DNA kit now at the link below, you'll get free shipping when you use the coupon. And as I said before, stay tuned so we can discover my results together. Trust me, it's at the end of the video. It's coming. I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out. Let's do this. Don't skip ahead, that's cheating. 23. ViralNove.com shared a story posted by Edison Lamp Moment about one of her best friends who had been treated terribly by her father for most of her life. The reason? Well, the father always knew that she was the result of an affair between her mother and his brother. He told her she was a mistake they had to live with. The woman's whole family, not including her, took DNA tests and actually found out something new. She became angry and took her own test. She received proof that the man who had emotionally abused her was her actual father, and she was not the result of her mother's indiscretion. But by then, the damage had been done. 22. 2 friends grow up next door to each other. They become best friends, always by each other's side. They grow up, graduate together, go out partying with friends, and hook up. Classic story. They secretly date for a bit and decide it'd be fun to do DNA tests. For user throwaway119922883336, probably their birth name, the results were eye-opening. His father and her mother had an affair years ago, and they are half-siblings. Today, the parents on both sides are divorcing, and the best friends can barely look at one another. Their names are probably Luke and Leia. 21. TikToker Andy Torrey grew up an only child. He'd always wanted siblings, but never happened for him. Then he took his DNA test. That's when everything changed. These are all so familiar. As it turned out, Andy was the second oldest in a line of 32 siblings. Mine's just 7. When he discovered this unbelievable information, he questioned his parents about it. That's when they admitted that he had been conceived through artificial insemination from a sperm donor. While he was excited and happy with having so many new brothers and sisters, he was sad that he missed so much time with them and that his parents had lied to him for so many years. 20. JORDYN Myers, a TikToker who goes by Jordy the Secondist? Toost? I don't know. Had never known her father. Her mom had always told her that her father was a Puerto Rican boyfriend she had a relationship with. At 17, JORDYN decided to do a DNA test. She discovered that she's actually half Afghan. In an interview with the New York Post, JORDYN explained that she was able to meet her cousins who told the story to her biological grandmother. JORDYN's father is in Afghanistan and unable to return to the US, but when told of JORDYN, the man was thrilled. They hope to meet in person one day, but until then, he's decided to support her financially to try to help make up for lost time. 19. Redditor LAWEGIAN, classic, shared a rather heartwarming story after taking her DNA test. She and her husband had recently adopted a son from an agency. The results revealed that her son was actually her 4th cousin. She was thrilled to learn that she was actually related to her new child. 18. A poster who goes by the name Parksy555 was talking with their grandmother at a Christmas party. She told them a story about a friend of hers who took a DNA test only to find out the father she had grown up with was not her father. Instead, her father was her mother's doctor. There's a lot of potential questions to be answered on that one. 17. SIGRID Johnson grew up during the 1950s and 60s and witnessed the fight for civil rights firsthand. Her uncle worked with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She felt the effects of segregation fully. When she was 16, her mother told her the truth. She was adopted. Her mother, a white woman, had an affair with a black man. Her biological mother raised her until her features, hair color, etc. started to show the truth. She was then put up for adoption. Years later, she took a DNA test. The results were unbelievable. She was only 2.978% African. On the plus side, she found her biological sister who was put up for adoption by the same mother for the same reason. 16. Poster VIDEOFORK shared a story about her family that ended with her and her siblings finding a full brother that they knew nothing about. One day, her aunt accidentally told them that their parents had another child none of them knew about. When their parents were dating, their mother became pregnant before they were married. Being from a Catholic family during the early 1960s, their mother was sent away to a church-sponsored institution where she stayed until she had the baby. At birth, the child was immediately taken from her and given away to a different Catholic family. The siblings took DNA tests and were able to find the brother they never knew they had. 15. DARIA OBYMAHA shared a story about her coworker who found out that her biological father was actually a boyfriend her mother had in high school. They got together at a party when they were kids, and the mother became pregnant but never told him. She had the baby and died of cancer a few years later, leaving the child to be raised by her grandparents. She took a DNA test and found the man, now in his 30s with a family of his own. After finding out about her, he was thrilled, and they've kept in touch ever since. 14. Alice Collins Piebuck had always believed she was of Irish-American descent, but after taking a DNA test, maybe this one turns out, she found out that she was nothing of the sort. According to a Washington Post article, Piebuck had Eastern European, Eastern Asian, and Eastern Jewish genes, but not Irish. She, of course, decided to do further investigation. Her mother and father were both her biological parents, but her father was not the biological son of the man she knew as her grandfather. As it turned out, her father and another child had been switched at birth. 13. ViralNove.com reported on a man who goes by MTGOTHMOG who shared a story about a former coworker who took a DNA test and found out that she and her sister were half-sisters. More shocking than that was the fact that neither of them were related to the man they thought was their father. They confronted their mother about it, and things took a terrifying turn. It seems that in their younger days, the parents were into group sex parties and wife swapping. She told the mortified sisters that their biological fathers could be any number of different men. That just gives me anxiety thinking about it, and I don't even know these people's names. 12. Poster GIQIOB, I don't know, shared that they found out some crazy news about her grandfather. Everyone knew that her grandfather was adopted. It had never been a secret to him or the family. They decided to take a DNA test to learn more about his history. What they found out was astonishing. His DNA was a 100% match with everyone in his family, including his parents. See, his mother got pregnant with him while the two were together but unmarried. They ran away until after the child was born but told everyone he was adopted to escape any scandal. 11. A story on Ranker.com was shared by Cupcake Sprinkle1. Love it. It's a long story, but here's the gist. A guy went to their parents' house when her sister was 18 and he was 23. He was looking for what he found out were his birth parents so he could talk to them, but they weren't there. The guy and the poster's sister recognized each other from college and hit it off. After taking a family DNA test with her kids and her niece, the poster found that the results showed that her niece was actually her sister. After confronting her sister about it, well, she came clean. She and her possible brother dated for 4 years, and you can work out the rest. After finding out about the pregnancy, the guy was never heard from again. 10. Sometimes taking a DNA test can lead to a miraculous discovery. Other times, not so much, as Reddit user Marquez33 found out. He took a DNA test and found out that his father was a registered sex offender. Needless to say, he wasn't too motivated to look the guy up. 9. A man receives large sums of money throughout his life from one of his uncles. The uncle wasn't close to the family, but was around for parts of the man's life. And then he took a random DNA test. According to an MSM article, the uncle was actually the man's biological father. No big surprise there. But then his mother confirmed that she was formerly the CFO for the company the uncle owned. Scandalous. 8. On a whim, ABC News correspondent Whit Johnson took a DNA test, not expecting much from the results. He already knew that his father was adopted and knew nothing about his biological family. What Johnson did find was an uncle that he had never known about. The uncle was from his father's side of that family, meaning that Johnson was able to unite two brothers who had never known each other. Aw. 7. At 75, the grandmother of Redditor Saul00521 found out that her mother, the great-grandmother of the poster, had a different father than she had believed. After delving into the situation, they found out the grandmother's father was actually the doctor that had delivered her. And well, she wasn't alone. There were a bunch of children who had the same lineage. I'm sure you all know that story. 6. Posted by Reddit user Ticonderoga10-1, 1 year their brother gave the whole family DNA tests for Christmas. When the results came back, everyone found out that they were related to each other as expected, except for the poster. Their results were inconclusive. Like, not only did theirs not have any family connections, but it had no definitive genetic information either. They decided to send in another test, but received the same results, along with a message stating that they wouldn't accept any more test kits. Their siblings now lovingly refer to them as the Lizard. 5. In a 2019 Time magazine article, writer Dani Shapiro shared her experience when she took a DNA test on a whim. Her results revealed that there was no possibility the man she believed to be her father was related to her. As she began to look into her lineage, she found out something she had never known about. In the early days of assisted reproduction, doctors used a process called confused artificial insemination, where they would take a donor's sperm and mix it with the sperm of a man who was the intended father. The reasoning was that at least there would be a 50-50 chance it would be from the man who would raise it. While this news was shocking, the biggest issue she had was not knowing any of the medical history of her biological father. When she gave birth to her son, he had issues that were usually passed on genetically, and she swore that there was no history of it in her family. It could have cost the infant his life. 4. In a 2022 Newsweek article, a Reddit poster shared a tragic story about her true family history after taking a DNA test. She found out that she and her sister shared a 0.0% DNA match. The Redditor said that the people who came up as relatives on her sister's results were names no one in the family had ever heard of. Then, the shocking truths were revealed. The sister had actually been switched at birth with another infant. The woman who had taken the Redditor's biological sister had been a victim of a rape and forced to give birth to the child. In her pain and grief, she committed a murder-suicide, killing the true biological sister. 3. Redditor SWEETALKER learned some disturbing information about his friend's very devout Christian family-first grandfather. It seems he had affairs with 3 of his neighbors, resulting in 4 children. I know, that sounds bad, but it gets worse. The 4th child was born to a 17-year-old girl the same year the man died. 2. Redditor SUNSHINEYKRIS shared a very wow story about her experience with taking a DNA test. She wanted to take a test for medical purposes, as there was a history of breast cancer in her family. Although her grandmother on her father's side had been from Sicily, she had no Italian in her genes. Upon further investigation, she realized that when she was born, her mother gave birth to her when she was 17 while her father was in the military. The dates didn't line up at all. When she discussed it with her mother, her mom's reaction was only to say, "Well, isn't that interesting? Let's not say anything to your father." Wow. 1. Oh, that's the one I want to hear before I reveal it. Sometimes when taking a DNA test, things just get weird. This was the case with Lynda Fairchild. Fairchild had 2 children and another on the way and was facing some hard times. She applied for government assistance and it was requested that she take a DNA test to assure that she was the children's mom. Imagine her shock and confusion when the test revealed that she was not the mother of the children she had given birth to. When she gave birth to her 3rd child, there was a government official there, and the DNA test was taken right then. It revealed she was not the child's biological mother. Nobody understood how this could be. What they found out was worse than she could have imagined. As reported on globalgenes.org, Lydia was what is called a chimera, which is a twin that absorbs the other sibling while in the womb. The DNA tests were actually reading the aborted twin's DNA. And that's just creepy. So, there it is. Would you like to take a DNA test? Have you already taken one and found out some crazy things? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content, including our shorts, join our Discord, and become a member if you want to. Please, it helps support the channel and keeps us bringing this content to you. And I guess without any further ado, the moment you all and I for 36 years have been waiting for, my moment of truth, where I, Michael Estrin, finally learn what I am and where I come from. And like I said, I'm doing this live. This is not... All right. I've been charged this for a while. Oh my goodness. All right. Hey, kind of nailed it. I mean, it's kind of exactly what I thought. I kind of nailed it. This is not shocking at all. I'm white. 90.2% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh, one genetic group. What does that mean? 8.5% East European. Okay, sorry for you guys this way. And 1.3% Baltic. The Baltic Sea? Huh. What? How do I... Oh, view full estimate. Here we go. Oh my goodness, there's a map. Why is that one? So yeah, I'm assuming with this here, that's got to be the majority of it. Like I said, I'm literally just doing this now. I didn't go into this because this is a surprise. So I've never opened this page. Sorry. Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. Cool. Ireland. And in parentheses it says Mayo. That's hilarious. I don't know what that means, but I love mayonnaise. So that's great. Mayo, Galway, Roscommon, and Sligo. I think those are cities or towns. That's weird. I have family in Latvia. That's where my adopted great-grandmother's from. Huh. What are the odds of that? What else? Zoom in, go out, show all available regions here. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow, I'm not from Canada, Greenland, the US, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, China. Literally Europe. That's it. I don't go very far. We kind of stay at home. So I'm Irish, like I thought. I'm literally nothing else. That's it. That's my 100%. Irish, Scottish, Welsh, Eastern Europe, 67 genetic groups? What am I? But which ones? How do I know? We're finding this out together. Gain more health. Gain health insights. Yes. I'd love to gain health insights. All right. So, I mean, I'm exactly... Why is there a sunset in Prague? I'm exactly what I thought I was. Nailed it. Thank you, Irish Beard. That's me giving my beard a high five. Huh. About this net. What does this do? Sarah. That doesn't help. About this ethnicity. This is the Eastern Europe. Let's do Irish. Let's see what it sounds like. About this ethnicity. Oh god. Oh, geez. Oh, they're all playing at once. I'm exactly what I thought. Which is awesome. I'm glad I am what I thought. Very anticlimactic since I've thought that for a while. So I'm like, oh, it's exactly how I thought. So yeah, well, there you go. Here, let's put the Bucks logo because I am from Tampa no matter what. Even if my birth family is from Philly, gross Philly teams. I do not like Philadelphia teams. I do not like them Sam I am. So, but yeah, so remember, order your DNA kit and get free shipping when you use the coupon in the description below. And if you don't know yours, you can join me in learning. So let us know in the comments below. Like I said, what are you? If you haven't taken one, if you do take one soon, also let us know. And that's it. See you guys next time. Bye. So, wait. Sláinte. I'm Irish, remember?
Be sure to click that subscribe button.
All right, guys, cut the green screen because this is going to look terrible. But I was trying to find, I bought an Irish flat cap from Raglan Road. It's one of my favorite restaurants in Disney Springs. So that's kind of funny now knowing I am 90%, like that's actually a lot. I was told usually the large ones are what? Like maybe 30, maybe 50, unless you're like 100, you know, something, but to be 90% in something is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, no, I've owned Irish stuff my whole life. So, wow. It's like I always knew. I can't find the flat cap. This might have just failed. Oh my god. I don't understand. I bought a flat cap. And I cut it in the same spot. Now it's gone. Anyway. I was gonna have a cool joke here for that, but it failed, so. Bye again, I guess.
Be sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.